What's up, y'all? So today is my son's first day of school, which it will be his first time going on Zoom with his teacher. And remember, I told you the narcissist use things that I have said in the privacy of my home. And this teacher, she's putting it in the text. So as I read to him, I'm being gaslighted, And yeah, I just want you guys to come along with me. So if she cut up, she'll be on camera cutting up. And yeah, so let me set him up and I'll be back. So y'all, we're just waiting for her to come in. So give us a little minute.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
We're doing good.
Awesome. I've been grading so much work these last couple of days, but wow, Noah, your work is amazing.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You are so smart and you have like this really cool perspective on things. Like I love that the story about what was your friend's name? My brain is floating away for a minute. The story you wrote about your friend. I love that. It's like, oh, this is so cool. And the one about where you solved your conflict by challenging him to the milk drinking contest. I was like, that is the most clever way of stopping a disagreement that I've ever heard. You just did something completely different and fun together. I think that's so cool. So,
Say
yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what's going on? How are things?
Good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So, you're in my office hours just to say hi. Did you have a question? What's going on? We're good? Are we just saying hi? Do you want to just get to know each other? Because we can do that. No? Anything you want to know about me? I have my dog on my lap. You want to see my dog? She's right here. You don't? She can be a mystery. I like it. We can also have her be a mystery dog. She's been sitting in the other room for a really long time. And she's like, I just want to come in there. Please let me come in. I let her in, and she's just laying here now. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of other things we could. So, you obviously worked a little bit over winter break, it looks like, right? You got a little work done. You've gotten really far considering you just started. I mean, you're doing amazing. I'm trying to think of other things. Let us see here. I'm trying to think of other things. I'm trying to see. Do you want to know how you're doing in all of your classes? We can look at how you're doing. We can do that if you'd like. No, I like how Noah's like, no, I really don't need very much. You don't, do you? So let's see. Well, I'm going to ask you some questions so I can know a little bit more about Noah and who Noah is. Does that sound like a plan? They won't be like really hard questions. Hopefully you have an answer to them. Like, what is your favorite color? Would you mind telling me that? No, you won't mind, or you will tell me. Awesome. What is your favorite color? I'm going to write it down so I don't forget.
Orange.
Orange. That's a fun favorite color. You're the only kid in our class this year that orange is their favorite color. I love orange. It's not my favorite. My favorite is blue. But I do like orange. It's such a bright, happy color.
I like orange.
Me too.
I like orange. It's probably in my top 3 colors. Definitely. Because it's such a happy color. It's so bright and cheerful. So I like yellow for the same reason. So it's like blue is my favorite color, and then yellow and orange.
Pink.
See? Yeah, pink is a good color too. My niece's favorite color is pink. Everything that she wants, every time she asks for something, can I have the pink one? Can I have the pink one? Can I have the pink one? I was like, if there isn't a pink one, what's the backup color? But there's almost always a pink one. It usually works out. Orange, though, there's not always an orange one, right? And then you're like, oh, why isn't there an orange one? Don't they understand there are people that want orange ones? I love it. Do you have a favorite animal? Okay, what's your favorite animal?
Lion.
That's a good one. That is actually they're very courageous, brave animals, right? They're very strong, and they are, they travel in a group, which I like. I like animals that aren't solitary animals. So like flock birds, like birds who all fly in one big group. I think they're always really cool. Sometimes there's this flock of birds that they eat all the little bugs in my yard and my neighbors' yards, and sometimes one of them gets left behind by itself for a couple of days, and then the flock comes back and they get back together. But I feel bad for that one lonely bird for a couple of days. It just hangs around going, where'd everybody else go? I wonder where they went. It's weird, but it's cool. So orange is your favorite color. Lions and orange kind of go together. Lions can be colored in the color orange or the color yellow. They're kind of a mixture of those two colors. They're kind of an orangey yellow color, right? Trying to think of other things I would love to know about you. I want to know everything, but I can't think of good questions sometimes when I'm put on the spot. I didn't expect an awesome NOAA meeting today. I'm so excited I'm getting one, though. Let's think. What other things can I want to know? Do you have a favorite food? No? You like food? That's awesome. My favorite food is French fries. It's not a healthy food, but every time someone offers me French fries, I can't say no. It's terrible.
I love vegetables.
That's
Vegetables
awesome.
and fruit.
I like vegetables and fruit too. That's actually my refrigerator is full of vegetables and fruit because I cannot cook French fries. So the good news is French fries might be my favorite food, but I am horrible at making French fries. So I can only eat them when I'm outside my house. When I'm in my house, I eat lots of veggies and fruit because they're very good for you, right? They help you to grow and be healthy. I think it's awesome that you like vegetables and fruit. Every parent in the world wishes their kid liked vegetables and fruit. But your mom is lucky. She's got a kid who likes those things. She probably knows that she's lucky. You're an awesome kid, right? Yeah. You sure there isn't anything you want to know about me? Like you're like my mysterious teacher who grades my work and who sometimes I hear her voice on the phone. What do I want to know about her? Like, you don't have any questions? Okay. Do you have a favorite subject that you're learning so far? Like as you're going through the courses, do you like one of the courses the most?
I like all of them.
You like all of them? You have such a great attitude and personality. I like that you like all of them. I like all of them too, but I have some I like teaching more than other ones. Just because I guess that's what happens. Like today I was teaching this morning module 10, which none of my class is in. I was teaching kids that are not even in my class, but I was teaching them and I found that, wow, I really enjoy this math lesson that I was teaching. It's counting by tens, like skip counting and adding tens together. And I was like, oh, this is a really fun lesson. But then it was followed by the science lesson about living things and non-living things. And the kids were kind of bored because they were like, I already know this stuff. Do you ever feel like that sometimes where you're learning something and you're like, I already know this, so it's just easy? Do you like when things are easy, or do you like when you're learning new things and it's kind of challenging?
New things.
No, he's real respectful. Even if he knows something, he's very patient. He'll just listen. He's real respectful.
No, I can tell he's a great kid. Like the way that, like I said, I remember reading that one assignment and going, that is the most clever, unique way of solving a conflict. Oh, me and my friend could not decide what to play, so instead we drank our milk super fast together. And I was like, wow, that is a great solution. Because sometimes kids will just sit there and say, we'll play both things. But if you only have 5 minutes, you can't play 2 games in this 5 minutes, can you? It's not possible. I wish it was. If you have 20 minutes, you can play 2 games for 10 minutes. That's a decent amount of time. But 5 minutes is not enough time to play 2 games. But the fact that you were like, I think we both have fun if we drank our milk really fast and had a milk drinking race. It's like, that is so smart. So that you're a natural born problem solver, which I wish there were a lot of people in the world that were that way, where you kind of look at the problem and go, okay, what would be a fun way to solve it? I think that was the most fun solution I've ever heard. And I read that paper, obviously that assignment, everybody has to do that 1.06 social studies assignment, and your answer was the most clever one so far this year. It's like, I love that. So I know it's going to be really fun getting to know you. And next week is when I'm going to start. I'm going to send the schedule out on Friday. A lot of things went crazy on Monday, and my plan was to send out like the schedule for all of our meetings on Monday. But I had it's amazing, and I'm proud of the class. But so many kiddos turned their work in on over the break that I had like 400 things to grade, and I had to do it by the end of the day, or the end of the day Tuesday. So I was sitting in there going click, 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 click for a really long time. But everybody's work was so amazing, and I'm so proud of the class. And like I said, your work stood out. A couple of those assignments, I was like, wow, Noah has got a great way of looking at things. I can tell you've got a really cool brain in the way you solve problems. That's awesome. problem solving. It's fun to kind of be faced with a puzzle and have to solve it. So I know I'm going to do some math lessons like that, or we'll meet in Zoom like this, but it'll be a bunch of the kids, because when I'm in my office hours, it's just sometimes I'm in here by myself. But thank you for not making me be here by myself. But sometimes when we do the lessons, there'll be 5 kids. And there's other times where there's like 8. There's 45 kids in our class, but we never are all in the same place, in the same class at the same time. Because we actually have some friends that are in different time zones. So like it's like 11:50 where I live, but where they live it's 10:50. They're 1 hour behind us. So it's hard to have everybody be in the same place at the same time. So that's kind of disappointing, but it's still super cool. So we're going to do some fun math activities and some fun science activities this month. And I'll send the schedule out in the email tomorrow, kind of so families can know, well, next week they're doing a math lesson on this day, and they're doing this. I know Thursday mornings I'm busy teaching like the whole school first grade stuff. I'm doing that Module 10 lesson on Thursdays. But all the other days, I will definitely block out some time so the class can see each other. And you don't have to be in all of those. So if you're like, I want to be in all of them, you can. But if you're just like, no, I want to go to that math one, it sounds fun. Or, oh, that science activity, that sounds fun. You can just come to the ones that sound fun for you. And then you'll see some of the other kids. There's some really quiet kids that don't talk very much. And then there are some kids who like to say something about everything. Do you know kids like that? No. What about your friend that you were playing with? You were talking about the milk. Is he a talker or not a talker?
Talker.
He's a talker, see? I'm a talker, and my best friend is not a talker. So she just sits and listens most of the time. But she's happy to do that. It's nice to have a friend that's a listener and a friend that's a talker. It's a good one. Good pairs, right? I'm trying to think of what else we can just chat about. I'm trying to think. I've been, like I said, teaching all morning, so my brain is kind of full of random things. So let's think here. I am not sure. Did you celebrate Christmas over the break? Did you do anything for the new year when the new year started? Like, did you celebrate anything fun over the couple of weeks? Yeah, I didn't do anything for New Year's, but on Christmas, my family is all over America, like they're all spread out. And so we did a big Zoom meeting like this, but with all of us. And we only have 2 little kids in our family. Everybody else is a grown-up now. And the 2 little kids, we just sat there and watched them open their presents for like 3 hours. It was hilarious. Because they kept wanting to show everybody everything, and then they'd go and open something else, and then they'd come back over to the computer and go, see? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then they'd run and go open something else. It was hilarious. I've never been in a funnier Zoom meeting because they're like 3 and 4 years old, so they're really little, and they were really funny. Did anything funny happen over your break? Anything you're like, oh, I remember this, it was funny, or this was really cool? Yeah, what? Did you go somewhere fun that you're like, oh, I remember my favorite thing that I did when I was on vacation was this? No, I didn't go anywhere fun. I stayed in my house most of the time. But if you want to tell me something fun that happened, like I said, my funnest thing was the Zoom meeting.
You
Which
okay?
is not that fun to most people, but it was super
Give
fun
me a kiss.
because my nieces are hilarious.
The funniest thing
funny.
is my mom threw me in the tree.
Really?
What happened? I didn't hear you.
My mom threw me in the tree.
I threw you in the tree. Oh yeah, he's an ornament. He belongs on the tree. He's a star.
He is a star. He's awesome. I love that. That's really fun. I've never been in a tree. I've never been in one. I had one when I was a little girl in my yard, like a big tree that I kept thinking one day I'm going to climb it. And then I didn't get to climb it because we moved. And then all of the houses we lived in after that didn't have good climbing trees. So I've never been in a tree. So see, you've already experienced something I've never experienced.
I climbed a tree.
Really? It was
I
obviously
climbed
very
a
funny.
tree. I climbed a tree.
Yeah? Have you done it more than once?
Well, only like 5 times.
That's amazing.
Then I jumped off the tree and landed on my feet.
Wow. So you are part genius, part cat. Because cats always land on their feet. My dog does not land on her feet really very well. Unless she jumps a small distance. She tries sometimes and she goes, oh, I didn't do that right. And I'm like, like, yeah, that's a good thing she's got pillows on the floor under the couch. So when she jumps off and she doesn't land right, it's soft. When you go to my living room, it's like my couch, and then the whole floor is pillows with pillowcases that match my couch, so it doesn't look as weird, but it still looks weird. You walk in my living room and the floor is full of pillows because the dog is clumsy. You have to plan for her. She doesn't jump down very well. So yeah, but it's awesome that I get to see you because I've only heard your voice really. So I'm so glad I now know exactly what Noah looks like. So every time that I think of you, I will be able to picture you in my mind, which is really nice. I have a very good visual memory. So that's the only thing I can say is really naturally awesome for me. Is that I look at things and I remember them for a long time. So I'll remember. And that drawing behind you, did somebody draw that for you? Did you go somewhere and have it drawn?
The fair.
Yeah, you went to the fair and they drew that? That's so cool. I used to have one of those when I was a little girl, but I don't know where it is. My mom probably has it somewhere. But I loved it. It was in my room, like all growing up. No matter where we lived, I always had it hanging on the wall. Because I thought of me and my sister's in it too, I think. So that's the two people in mine. Is that you and your mom in it? Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Do you like to draw? Yeah. I've not met too many kids who don't like to draw. When I was a little girl, I didn't like to draw, but now I do like to draw. But I didn't like to draw when I was little because my brother, who's a little younger than me, he is like a natural born artist. Like he was always good at drawing, and I think I didn't like drawing because I felt like he was better than me, and I just didn't feel like doing it. And then I realized later, sometimes it's okay to not be good at something. You have to still do it for fun, right? There's a lot of things in our lives we just need to try. And then once I realized, oh my goodness, I do like drawing, and I'm really good at drawing flowers, but that's about the only thing I can draw. That people go, I know what flower that is. That's the only thing I can draw. Everything else is like a stick figure for me.
I can draw a pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkins. That's awesome. I've never tried to draw a pumpkin. That might be a fun thing to try.
Draw football.
Oh, awesome. Do you like playing football? Is that a sport that you enjoy? Yeah, I love football. I like watching football on TV. I watch it on the weekends when it's on.
You don't like playing football? You do?
My mom sharpened this like a weapon.
It is sharp. I can see how long that point is. Wow. It's not easy to sharpen pencils sharp like that. She's really good at it. Yeah, because all of mine, when I sharpen them, they're like just a little pointed, which is okay because they still write. But when I write with I use a mechanical pencil when I write during the day because I'm not very good at sharpening pencils. It's not a skill I have. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, was this a mandatory meeting or?
No, it's not. You never have, no meetings are mandatory except for when we schedule his DBAs. So the DBAs we usually do them at the end of Module 2 for each of the courses. So like at the end of Module 2 in any course, we can schedule them. But you also have the option of scheduling them all together. So some families go, well, rather than having a Zoom 4 times in like 2 weeks, can we just wait and have them all at once? And I can always say, sure, of course we can. Some kids just like to talk about all their subjects at once, but some kids like to talk about something for a little while. Like if math is their favorite subject, they kind of go, well, can we just do math and talk about a lot of math, and then maybe I'll do the other ones.
So the meeting that he'll have with the other kids, I see that you said it's one on January the 9th. So he'll be able to see other kids, but it's not mandatory.
Right, and that one, I won't be in that one because I'm not scheduled for Science Saturday this year. But I share that because there is, like, she's a really good teacher, but there is a teacher who's planning it this year, and she kind of, like I said, sends out that material list, and all the kids get to do it, and there will be other kids in that meeting. This Friday, there isn't a fun Friday, just because my principal basically said, just this week you got to do this, this, and this, and limit all the other stuff, because, some families have not turned in work for a while, and we don't want anybody to get dropped by the system, so we're just trying to reach out to all the families who are struggling to get work turned in so that nothing happens to them in their courses. They don't get dropped out of the course. So that's basically like my job this week is to empty my grade book, which I did, and then make sure I've talked to all 45 families. And then next week we'll as a class, he'll be able to see me and some of the other kids in our class. There'll be a couple of those meetings every week starting next week.
Okay, on what day? Would it be a Thursday?
Well, I will probably not do Thursday because of now a lot
No, that's fine.
Till 10. So Thursdays there won't be meetings, but I know I always will do those Friday funds. The only time I do those at 1 o'clock on Fridays, and then there will be a lesson on Tuesday, and then probably Wednesday. So there'll be a Tuesday Zoom, a Wednesday Zoom, and a Friday Zoom.
And the assignment that he got a 50 on, what was he supposed to do again?
Okay, if you give me a second to log in, since I've been teaching this morning, I'm not logged into the system. It'll just take me a couple of seconds to log into my grade book, and I can see which grade, because like I said, I graded 400 assignments, so my brain does not exactly remember, but I'll get there. 1 second, it's loading, so that's the good news.
It was Your Voice Matters.
Okay, oh, got it. That helps me. Sorry, let's see here. It's loading.
Okay.
I apologize.
Mom, we gotta get you a haircut.
Okay, the Your Voice Matters on my end, it shows he got 100 on it, so it might be a different assignment.
It may
I
be.
can go through all of his lessons and see. Oh, it's your choice. But that's a quiz, I think. No, that's an assignment. Here we go. So it's your choice, which was in his. It's the same subject. It's that computer science subject. So I'll look and see. It's missing the recording. Everybody does this, just so you know. Almost all the families get a 50 on this one the first try. It's very small at the bottom of that worksheet, but they want you to record yourself explaining one of those decisions that he made on that worksheet and explain like why he made that decision. So I'll open up the assignment so that I can see the decisions he made, and then he can pick one. So it says choose one situation and record yourself sharing the steps that you used to make the decision and why you made that decision. So he could discuss why he would watch a show another night, or why he would ask to watch something else in case that people were watching a scary movie and he didn't like scary movies. And then there's the one where his mom says you can buy a new app. What would you decide? Would you choose your favorite app or choose the most expensive app? And he chose his favorite app. So he can just choose one of those, and you don't have to video record it. It could be an audio recording, whatever's easier for you. But part of the assignment is him explaining how he made the decision, if that makes sense. So it's an easy step, and he can resubmit it. Anytime that they don't get a grade that you're happy with, other than module assessments, like at the end of the module when they take their assessment, like at the end of module 1, you take that test. Those need to be retaken. Like I can't reset those very easily. It's like there's the principal only has a couple of reasons why she's willing to reset those. But everything else, I can always say, here, I'm giving you another chance. Here's another chance. Because we want there to be that growth mindset of okay, I didn't understand this, but I'm going to try it again. So in this case, it's not a lack of understanding. It's just that one of the parts of the rubric that I have to use to grade it, so his recording is missing. So half of the points come from that recording. So
Okay, that's all. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Yes,
Want to say
and
bye?
like that schedule, I'll send it out tomorrow afternoon, probably before 6 o'clock, and then that way it'll give you the weekend to plan which ones fit in your schedule. And it won't just be next week's schedule; it'll be the schedule for the next 3 weeks, like the rest of January.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you kind of go, oh, that looks like fun. Oh, that math activity sounds fun. Or that way you can kind of plan around it.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
You too. Have a good one. Good to see you.
Okay, y'all, so that was Noah's first day of school, kind of, sort of. I didn't know that meeting wasn't mandatory. If I would have known it wasn't mandatory, I would have never went. I would have just waited until next week. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to get back to helping Noah with his schoolwork. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking with me through that, because like I said, the narcissist is using things that I've said in the privacy of my home, and she's putting it in the schoolwork, and she was able to sit up there and act like nothing happened and then get offended because she not getting the reaction that she want. But who cares? At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what's best for me and my son, and what's best for me and my son is protecting my son at the end of the day. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, I wanted to say, if you are being gaslighted, in the most random places that you think that you wouldn't be gaslighted in, I want you to share this video so other people can see and know that you're not crazy. You know what's going on. I know everything that I say. I know how I feel. And you have to understand, a narcissist is just a bully. They do things to hurt you. They do things intentionally to hurt you. Some people may hurt you, but it may be on accident. Narcissists know exactly what they're doing. So be aware, share this video, get this word out. Let's help one another fight this fight, because in the end, we will stand and the narcissist will not. So peace until next time.